So how big of a dance did you do on Sunday?
It was a pretty big dance.
Well, to win that game on Central's home pitch, that I know that doesn't quite make the season, but it's going to make the season a special one. As you get ready to take on Bemidji State, what do you feel like you guys can take from that match into Saturday's regional championship match?
Yeah, I think we've given ourselves a lot of confidence. We have a lot of people around us who believe in us, and we believe in ourselves. And even though we didn't start the year the way we wanted to, just to get that win on Sunday just gives us a lot of confidence and knowing how well we can play together and knowing what we're playing for.
Well, you played Bemidji State last year in the regional semifinals. Does the word avenge come into play in this one, or is this a completely different scenario and you guys are treating this like you've never seen Bemidji before?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. We have some returners who know what it takes to play at this level, and we're going to have to work for each other, and we know what it takes to beat a team like this. But at the same time, we have a lot of new girls who have stepped up this year, and they haven't faced this team before. They haven't seen them, and so they're just willing to put everything they have into it. So I think we have a bit of a combination there. Yeah, I think on Sunday we all had the feeling that we were going to get one. Our bench was doing everything they could. They were loud. They were excited for us. On the field, we were working for each other. We knew it was going to go our way. Even Coach had stated before the game, very rarely do I have this feeling, but I know we're going to win it. And I think we just had that confidence with us, and we knew that we were going to get one. So, yeah.
Do you consider the season a success to get to the regional final for the first time in program history, or do you want to keep seeing how far you can take this to the
Yeah, I don't think any of us are quite satisfied yet. We're looking for a championship.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Glenn?
I got to ask about that centering pass from the last game. What did you see on that play? Walk me through it. That was an incredible pass. Did you know Hannah was there, or you were just trying to throw it to the center and hope somebody was there, or how'd you pull that off?
Yeah, so on the throw right before that, we had won a throw a few minutes before, and Aislinn had made a run to the near post, and no one followed her. And so she had told me on the next throw, run near post, because she thought that's where it was going, and she was right. So I just did what she told me to, and I trusted that we had midfielders and forwards making runs into the box, and Hannah did that, and she was able to finish it. So it was definitely a team effort, and I was just listening to my captains out there and doing everything I could.
We've seen you guys playing like some different style of games. You get the 1-0 win, but we've also seen 4-3 games and stuff like that. What does it do for this confidence of this group, knowing that you can win a game, whether it's high scoring or whether it's real low scoring?
Right. I think it just shows that we can rely on our defense to step up when we need to, and at the same time, if we find ourselves in a place where we need to come back, we're also a team that is able to score in bunches. We're a team that's able to come back and kind of light a fire and be able to do anything that we need to.
That's all I got. Thanks, Angela.
Thank you.
Vince?
Just to kind of feed off of what Glenn said there, Angela, to have that balanced attack where you can have, defense, obviously you guys can, shut out opponents, obviously give up some goals, you guys can score at will. Does that help you guys and maybe help you guys, with other teams where you can exploit maybe some of their weaknesses, and then you guys can obviously use your strengths, obviously, to exploit, to score some more goals. So having that kind of balanced attack offensively and defensively, does that help your team especially going into this deep playoff run?
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely going to see teams that we obviously haven't seen yet this year. We're going to have a lot of film, going to have to do some studying and see what it will take from us. But, yeah, being able to have that balance on both sides of the ball is really big for us, and we'll be able to focus on what we need for each individual team.
One thing I wanted to add really fast is when you haven't seen some of these teams, when you guys get to that point, how do you maybe adjust in game, right? Because obviously film you can only do so much. How do you adjust in game so quickly to hopefully avoid them scoring goals and you guys still obviously stay ahead?
Yeah, I think that is where our captains and coaches really step up. They're great at just telling us what we need to do in games in the moment. We're able to lift each other up and we play for each other, and I think that we have such a great team chemistry this year, and we're just able to rely on each other and take that advice from our coaches or our captains and apply it in game.
Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
How excited are you to play in 10-degree weather?
Couldn't be happier.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, first off, to get the shutout in the regional championship semifinals, what was working well for you defensively? Because I know they took a few shots at you, and you were able to stop all 6 of their shots on goal.
Yeah. I think it was just like extreme focus at that point and like faith in my defense that they were going to hold the line for me. And we understood that they were going to break through. That was completely understandable. They're a really good team. And I think it was just I had to have confidence in myself, and I had to definitely, I had my team relying on me, so I had to step it up.
Confidence-wise, what does that do for you going into this regional championship match?
I say, I'm playing win against UCM, and they're a really tough team, and so me going confident into that game, I can really enter this next one just as settled, but still not overestimating or underestimating them.
What do you feel like it's going to take from you guys to win this regional championship match?
I think it's going to be spirit. I mean, we saw it last Sunday and stuff, so I think just the same amount of passion we have in the game and faith in each other that we can all do our jobs individually is what's going to be expected and what's going to be needed in that match.
Having seen Central Missouri twice already this year, does that help you in a game like this last weekend when you kind of maybe know what they do offensively against you?
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, we knew their threats and we knew how to defend them. I mean, the game before the MIAA final, we saw some of the weaknesses and what our defense was struggling to handle. And so we went into the next match and we knew how to fix it, and we doubled up our efforts in defending that.
And I guess you have to turn the page. When do you kind of do that? When you kind of look ahead to the next opponent and start preparing for a team that you really haven't seen before?
Just watching film, but also just remembering that we know how to play soccer and we know how to play it very well. And so, again, just being confident in each other and just knowing that we're going to put every ounce of effort we have in it.
Glenn,
I think you guys covered it. I'm good. Thank you.
Hens, you got anything?
You need to unmute. Need to unmute.
Oh, sorry. I'll get used to that. Maybe one question for me is, Coach and some players have talked about, the slow start you guys had. How special is it to see where you guys were then, now to this point?
Extremely special, At the beginning, we, going 0-3, we're just like, wow, what's happening? We come off a championship last year, and so we're just like, this is not the team we've seen before. But the amount of work we put in and the amount of, we saw it in UCM. We were down 3-0, and we come back. That's just what we do as a team. We come back from those lows. And so I think, continuing, we just know we can keep going like that.
That's all I have. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Same question. You excited to play in 10-degree weather?
Oh, extremely excited.
Thanks.
All right. Well, next step, first time ever to NCAA regional championship match. First off, how proud of you of what this team's been able to accomplish?
I'm very proud. Like the girls said, I think 2 months ago we wouldn't have expected this, but I knew there was a lot more in them than what we started, and they've outshined all my wildest possibilities or dreams and everything like that. But this team's different. I'm telling you, there's something special about this team, and it's hard to explain what it is, but just feel good about our chances, no matter how hard the competition is, because of what they have on the inside, and they've showed that. So I don't really fear anybody anymore, Greg, because I know what kind of team we have.
Well, you saw Bemidji State last year in the semifinals, so you're a little bit familiar with what they bring to the table. What do you feel like it's going to take from your team to advance?
I mean, we got to capitalize on our opportunities. Last year we had a ton of chances versus Bemidji, and we were at home, nonetheless. But they just didn't go in on that day, and they got one, and so we got to make our chances count. Much like we, versus UCM, we didn't have a ton of chances, but we fought like heck the whole game, and we knew eventually it was going to break. And, we just got to take advantage of opportunities and, just enjoy the moment because this team will keep fighting to the end. And so whether we're a goal down or a goal up, it's probably going to get the same effort. But I do think this year is a little different because, these girls, they were second. We were second in the regular season, and they weren't satisfied with that, and they were second in the MIAA championship after coming back from 3 down. They were totally broken, heartbroken, and they were upset, and they wanted more for their season. So we got a chance now to win a regional, and not come in second place. So I think they're with me on this, and that we're not going to accept anything else.
I guess to that point, you're at the regional for the first time. You want to obviously keep going, but do you consider the season a success to get to where you've gotten to so far? You want to keep trying?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a successful season overall, regardless of what happens, from here on out. I mean, look at what we've done. We lost six starters from last year's team, and we were ranked high to begin with, but that's just a ranking. We didn't necessarily earn that yet. Well, now we've earned where we sit. We've worked for it, right? And we had to do it the hard way. And so, despite the fact that we'd still have a great season, regardless of what happened, I want more for them, and they don't want to finish the season without a championship. And I believe they're going to give everything they have to get it.
I guess to that point, at what point do you kind of turn the page and look ahead to the next game we have, about a week or so?
It's been hard these 2 days because of all the nuances with travel and everything else we're doing. Literally, they had a day off yesterday. They deserve some time off. I mean, you talk about this is mentally and physically draining to come and then leave in 2 days, especially when you got to travel all this way. So they need a break too. But once we get there and get settled, we'll really start to break down film. We've been showing film a lot the night before a game, and we'll do the same thing. We're gonna meet with them. We're gonna get them going, get them ready, talk about Bemidji, but I'm sure we've already turned the page from the UCM game. That's done and over with, and that wasn't our goal to beat UCM. Honestly, I mean, it's always our goal. Obviously we'd love to beat UCM or whoever was in that game, but we've beat them 4 of the last 5 times. We've been there, done that. This is something we've never done, right? So this is what we want.
Dwayne, you got anything?
I don't think so. I think we covered it. Thank you.
Good. Vince?
I'm in the same boat. Coach, you did well. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it, of course.
All right.
Thank you.